Ram Ram Ram. Om Vande Devam Umapatim Suragurum Vande Jagatkaranam Vande Pannagabhushanam Mrigamadam Vande Pashunam Patim Vande Surya Shashanka Vanhi Nayanam Vande Mukunda Priyam Vande Bhakta Janashrayam Cha Varadam Vande Shivam Shankaram Vande Bhakta Janashrayam Cha Varadam Vande Shivam Shankaram. Let us begin the chant from verse number 1. Shambho Mahadeva, 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 Shambho Mahadeva. Shri Rama Saumitri Jatayuveda Shadananaditya Kujarchitaya Shri Neelakanthaya Dayamayaya Shri Vaidyanatha Nama Shivaya Ganga Pravahendu Jatadharaya Trilochanaya Smarakaalahantre Samasta Devairapi Pujitaya Shri Vaidyanatha Nama Shivaya Bhakta Priyaya Tripurantakaya Pinakine Dushtaharaya Nityam Pratyaksha Leelaya Manushya Loke Shri Vaidyanatha Nama Shivaya Prabhutavatadi Samasta Roga Pranashakartre Munivanditaya Prabhakarendvagni Vilochanaya Shri Vaidyanatha Nama Shivaya Vakshrotra Netrangri Vihina Janto Vakshrotra Netrangri Mukha Pradaya Kushtadi Sarvonnata Roga Hantre Shri Vaidyanatha Nama Shivaya Vedanta Vedyaya Jaganmayaya Yogishwara Dhyeya Padambujaya Trimurti Rupaya Sahasranamne Shri Vaidyanatha Nama Shivaya Shambho Mahadeva, 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 Shambho Mahadeva. In the last class yesterday, we saw verse number 6, in which the cosmic being, the cosmic healer, Sri Vaidyanatha Shiva, unto whom we offer our salutations and a prayer for healing of our humanity. Here he said, Vedanta Vedyaya Jaganmayaya. You as a cosmic healer, you are not who lives above the clouds. In fact, you are the one who pervades this entire universe. Jaganmayaya. When we invoke the divine as omnipresent being, he is one who has omnipresence. We must understand we are talking about the divinity, the cosmic being here and now. Space and time are not two separate entities. Where time is, space is. Where space is, time is. And therefore, this universe that is a world of names and forms existing in time and space, it is said, you are the one who pervades this entire universe. You are the consciousness behind the entire universe. You are all knowledge that works, because of which the universe works so intelligently. There is intelligence in this world, in this universe, which a human mind cannot fathom. That intelligence, that brilliance, emerging from this body, this form of knowledge. He is all knowledge. He is Sarvajnaha. He is all knowledge. He is Sarva Shaktiman. He is all power. And He is Sarva Vyapi. He is all pervasive. This is how the divine being is described. And in this description, therefore, He is not away from this universe. But how do I know Him? How do I get to know Him? He is known through Vedanta. How to know Him? Well, He has introduced Himself. He has revealed Himself in the Veda. And that portion of the Veda in which He reveals His truth, His essence, His nature, His essential nature, we come to know through Vedantic learning. And so in our tradition we say, we first know the infinite being in one form. Because we are ourselves needing to understand ourselves as a tangible being, we cannot understand the intangible cosmic being. And therefore, we relate to Him in one form. It is called Eka Rupa Bhakti, a devotion, a relationship that emerges from within me to the divinity, taking one form into account. That may be the form of Lord Ganesha, it may be Lord Krishna, it may be Shiva, it may be any, but one form. Because it is manageable. My relationship, like somebody next to me standing in one form, my relationship is manageable. Well, if I have to relate to the infinite, I don't even know where to look. Whether I should look up or down or right or left. Where will you look? To make my relationship manageable, I invoke the infinite in one form. This is called a bhakti, a devotion, which is eka rupa. One rupa, one form. Eka is one, rupa is form. Eka rupa bhakti, a devotion that is connected to one form. As we develop in our devotion, as we mature in our relationship with the Divine, as we stop blaming Him for all our problems, and we get more and more mature in our relationship with the Infinite, we learn to offer our gratitude and glorify the Divine. Well, we have shifted from Eka Rupa Bhakti to Aneka Rupa Bhakti. A devotion has now grown, matured. It is not a static relationship. Relationship with the Infinite is dynamic. It's not static. It grows as you grow. It grows as you understand life processes. And therefore, from Eka Rupa, from one form, I begin to see Him in many forms. So you can see that same Krishna in every being. You see Krishna. Like saints like Mirabai and others, they saw that Tulsidas, Sudama, there were many, many saints in this world. They saw their God in every life, in every life. This is called Aneka Rupa Bhakti, where you see the very nature as divine. You see every phenomenon of the universe as divinity. And therefore, Eka Rupa evolves into Aneka Rupa Bhakti. And this is still partial knowledge of the Divine. When I begin to own Him up in all forms, it is wonderful. There is growth. I become a meditator. I visualize the Infinite in a form, in many forms. I become noble, I become dharmic, I become compassionate, I become a giver, a contributor. These are all the outcomes of someone who has a reverence for creation. Reverence for creation comes when there is Aneka Rupa Bhakti. If I cannot see my Jesus, my Allah, my Krishna, my Ganesha, whoever be my deity, if I cannot see my God in nature, in life, in human beings, in all life forms, if I cannot see, then my devotion is still constricted, restricted, and repressed, and we would say not mature. The devotion needs to mature until I strike harmony with the universe of the Divine. And therefore, this shift needs to take place. All of us in our human civilization, many of us are committed devotees of our own God, our own divinity. My form, wonderful. If your form is the best, then see your form see that form of the Divine in every form. Where is the problem? See the presence of the divinity in all that is here. Thus have reverence for the creation. In this tradition, the reverence for the creation, reverence for the rivers, the trees, the mountains, the birds, the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, the waters, the ocean, reverence, reverence, reverence. Sacred is the universe. Reverence must be our attitude, has been drilled into this culture. Why? Because the divine is what? Jaganmayaya. He is throughout the universe. He is everywhere. And how is this his truth? Yes, this is his truth. But never forget, when you say he is everywhere, you are included too. If I am included, how? Where? I only know myself in this form. I don't know where is the divine in me. Well, you will know when you learn Vedanta. And therefore it is said, Vedanta Vedyaya. You will learn that final secret, the king of all secrets. The greatest secret of the universe is ownership of oneself as the highest self. Ownership of oneself in a way where I don't miss the infinite being in me. And this bhakti is called arupa bhakti, which is not connected to the forms. It is a devotion towards the formless. A devotion from within towards the formless that is within. And therefore, when I try to look behind the forms of the universe, the essence is in the formless. And the essence here in me is also formless. And that formless and this formless is one. Thus, the devotion here is connected to the formless, Vedanta Vedyaya. And so there are 3 steps in recognizing, in owning up, in understanding, in knowing the divine. The 3 steps are that my devotion must carry me from Eka Rupa Bhakti to Aneka Rupa Bhakti to Arupa Bhakti. My devotion to the divine is not complete until I reach my destination of awakening to my highest self. And therefore, Eka Rupa to Aneka Rupa to Arupa. Please make a note of this. This is called the journey of life. In this journey of life, the divine being is my constant companion. In fact, it is because of his presence that my life moves. But we can say in bhavana, in a devotional mood, we can say he is my constant companion throughout my life. And so here, this infinite being, the yogis pray to their Ishvara, Yogishvara. Who is Yogishvara? Well, this cosmic being, and to his feet, at his feet, the yogis meditate upon his feet. Lotus feet, Padambujaya, his lotus feet. And we saw Trimurti Rupaya. He is of the form of all that is in the universe. The 3 most powerful powers that run the universe is birthing, sustaining, and annihilation. Coming into existence, sustenance and annihilation or destruction. This is called Srishti, Sthiti, Laya. Creation, existence, destruction. These three processes are on all the time. This minute is born, it exists and it's gone. Everything is born, is gone, born is gone, born is gone. Tell me one thing in this world that is does not come under these three: born is gone. Anything that has come about in time will go in time. But that which is not born in time is the timeless being, the highest being, the cosmic being, Vaidyanatha Shiva, the cosmic healer. He is Sahasra Namne. Unto this infinite being we offer 1,000 names. You can ask me, Ammaji, why don't we offer 100,000 names? Why only 1,000 names? I can only say, when you finish composing 100,000 names, if I am still alive, I'll be very happy to chant 100,000 names. Our tradition has given us 1,000 names called Sahasranama, and this has been given by none other than Lord Krishna to Markandeya, Lord Krishna to Yudhishthira, and this is what we chant in glory of this infinite being, the Sahasra Namne, you who is called out by 1,008 names. Unto you, O cosmic being, my namaha, my salutations, my namaskara. Moving forward, verse number 7. Swatirtha mrit bhasma bhrit angabhajam. Swatirtha mrit bhasma bhrit angabhajam. Pishacha dukkharti bhaya pahaya. Pishacha dukkharti bhaya pahaya. Atma swarupaya sharira bhajam. Atma swarupaya sharira bhajam. Shri Vaidyanatha Nama Shivaya. Shri Vaidyanatha Nama Shivaya. So unto Lord Shiva, who is Shri Vaidyanatha, my namaskar. In this verse, very beautifully, we find, this heritage, the cultural heritage of worshipping the Lord Shiva. So this heritage, the geological heritage or heritage where there are the sacred sites, the sacred places, we have in the culture what we call, in all these sacred old temples, when you go, you find water tanks. A tank bund, a water tank within the temple. And there are sacred rivers, there are sacred trees, there are sacred groves, there are sacred flowers, there are sacred fruits. All this is integral in this culture. Integral to using these materials as for offerings. And therefore, when you look at the tree, we have the banyan tree, the peepal tree, the neem tree. These are all considered sacred trees. And so here he says, Swatirtha mrit bhasma brit anga bhajam. For those who apply on their body, those who take up, those who cleanse themselves with what? With a holy dip. Swatirtha. Lord Shiva temples, when you go, all these ancient temples, they have their own tanks. People take a dip in that tank. It's called the holy dip. You're not supposed to wash your clothes and scrub and put soap and all over there. It is just a sacred, ritualistic dip. And so, Swatirtha, by a dip in the the divine's holy tank, what happens? Well, water we know has definitely cleansing properties, but not only cleansing of the body, it has the power to even cleanse your mind. You take a good bath and come out, you know, all your tensions and negative thinking and so on goes away. Water is the greatest, is the essence of life. It has in its power, it has all power to really take care of all negativity from the human body, mind, sense complex. And it does. It does. You take a dip in Ganga, you know. Your whole thinking, you know, the wiring of your brain, the whole thinking process gets realigned when you dip in Ganga. Your whole thought system shifts when you take a dip in Ganga. That's how she aligns the thinking to be healing for us. Well, Swatirtha, those who have Shraddha, faith in this, they take that holy dip. And we have in the culture this mrit, you know, mrit is the soil from under those sacred trees called Sthala Vriksha. In the temples are these sacred trees, neem tree. So from under the neem tree, you take that soil and you apply. That is considered sacred. There are many stories in all of this cultural forms. I will move forward. The third is Bhasma Bhrit. By taking the holy ash. Ash is, you know, when you do a fire ritual and you offer wood and ghee and so many things, and everything burns down to ashes. But the ash itself does not burn down. It doesn't disappear. Everything is brought down to ashes and the ashes remain. And so the ash is considered, the ash remains when everything is consumed by fire, and ash itself does not decay, and hence it symbolizes the eternal being. Ash symbolizes the eternal being, and therefore one who applies ash on one's forehead or arms or one's body, it is a representative of the blessing of the infinite being. And here Lord Shiva is called Vibhuti Bhushan, who has ashes all over his body, representing this is a form of the eternal being. And therefore, those who take a holy dip or take this mud from under the tree or apply ashes on themselves, well, what happens? Miracle happens. Fears go away. We have so many fears, bhaya pahaya. O Lord Shiva, through these offerings, you protect the people and take away their fear of pishacha and dukkha. Pishacha dukkharti. So we have fears that are born of, spirits. Fears born of spirits. Whether they exist or not, I am afraid, and therefore they exist for me. And so this fear, pishacha fear, and this monotone of sorrow in my life which lingers and lingers. Anything I look at the world so negatively. That dukkham, that sorrowful heart, well, when you with Shraddha apply this, you believe, you have Shraddha, that trust, faith that the divine blessings are with you. And with that trust, this fear goes away, the sorrow goes away, this helpless victim psychology is removed from my system. Why? Because what you have invoked is in your own body the Lord Shiva, who is your essential self. Atma Swarupaya Sharira Bhajam. Those who are in the body, which is us, for us, who is our Paramatma, who is our highest self, our essential being, that Lord is in us. When you apply these forms externally, you are reminded of the divine being in you. And when you are reminded of Him, this ego-based, the limitation-based fears of the other goes away. And unto that, Lord Shiva, my namaskara. Shambho Mahadeva, 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 Shambho Mahadeva. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.